Hello everybody, this is Robert Strong again, and welcome to video 3 of Keyword Research. And as you know, in the last two videos, we have been using the example of Kansas City lawn care. And you can really use these examples to any really niche or area that you're wanting to have your small business or do your marketing. So if you lived in Atlanta and you had a pet grooming business, you could put in Atlanta pet grooming and go through video 1, video 2, and now video 3 and find out exactly how you can use this keyword research and actually be on page 1 of Google. Because, as I have said in video 1 and 2, if you are not on page 1 of Google and within the first, 1, 2, and 3 slots, you might as well not even be on Google, or be on the search engines, because this is where all the traffic is. Okay, so this next um, these next steps that I'm gonna show you and share with you are close to ancient Chinese secrets. No, I'm just kidding. Sounded good. But actually, a lot of people do know about this, but people start getting lazy. To be honest with you, a lot of people are lazy, and they become lazy as they go through these steps because, it does involve work. It's not hard. It's just, there's steps you want to take. So in video 2, we dissected and we kind of looked at ryanlawn.com. And while we didn't go into the source code and really tear that site completely apart, it's not really necessary to do keyword research. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we are going to find out what Google thinks these sites are relevant for. And like I said, anything below, 4, you might as well not even be in the game. So we're just going to pick the first 3. So, we don't count the paid advertising, okay? Because that changes. That can change on a daily basis, on an hourly basis, depending on how people bid to be in these slots, because it's kind of like an auction. And it could cost you a lot of money. So we're going to go ahead and take ryanlawn.com. We're going to copy it, and then we're going to jump over to, not there. We are going to jump over to, let's go to the keyword tool. I don't know where my keyword tool went, but we're going to get back to the keyword tool. Keyword tool. I went through this in video 1, so if you don't know how to get there, you just type in keyword tool and it's the one keyword tool external, okay? So just go ahead and click on that. And it takes just a couple seconds to load, not long. Okay, maybe longer than a couple seconds. There we go. Okay, so we're going to take that website, ryanlawn.com, and we are going to run it through Google. And this is going to tell us what Google thinks or what Google's opinion on the relevance of this website, what it's relevant for, and things like that. So we're just going to go through and search. So going through, you can see, the keywords that it thinks it's relevant for, and the global monthly searches and the local monthly searching. So if you were in a lawn care business and you offered seeding the lawn, seeding a lawn, if you offered that, that could be, a keyword that you would go after on your site, but have some relevancy to it. So as you can see, in Kansas City, there's 22,000 searches. But Remember in video 1 where we talked about having what you do in your your business name and your website address or your URL. You would not really want to go and say Kansas City Seeding the Lawn.com because you will probably be doing a lot more than just seeding the lawn. So when we use the keyword Kansas City lawn care, that's a bigger umbrella. And then what you do is you kind of break down into smaller subcategories like lawn seeding or things like that. So as you go through here, you can see, that seeding the lawn is really high and it's got medium competition. Um, so you just kind of go through here and see if there's anything that really would be relevant to what you do and what your business does. So like seeding lawn, grubs, seed for lawn. So if you have the ability to have a page on your site about lawn seeding, that might be something that you would want to go after. Okay. Now this is all on page 1, and down here at the bottom you can go on to the next 50. Okay, so this is just page 1 and it shows 50 at a time. Okay, so again, as you go through here, you can kind of take a look and see what you feel you may be relevant for. So let's go ahead and go back here. And the second one here is SavvyGardener.com, which is actually based here in Kansas City. So it's showing really relevant Kansas City lawn care. So I lay you 2 to 1 as we go over here. It is going to be really relevant to that keyword. So let's go ahead and hit broad and exact again. So as you go through here, planting of roses, 4,400 people a month search for that. And again, you can look. This is January, February, March, April, May. So you can see a huge peak. So if you were going to do some paid advertising because you are in the business of planting roses, say you are Kansas City rose planting professionals, maybe that's your company name and your website address, and maybe you wanted to drive some instant traffic and very heavily heavy traffic to your website quickly. You would look at this and see April and May are the 2 months that people do the most searches, to where all these others, like near none. That's pretty obvious. That's the time that I believe that you plant roses. So you could do a little bit of paid advertising and steal some of that traffic. But as you go through here, roses for planting, so you can see that a lot of what is rose planting, pruning, things like that. So that's on that specific site. Now let's go ahead and go back. And let's go to Kansas City Lawn Care. Now look, remember when I was talking about PageRank? It would be probably pretty easy to take this site, this ranking, the third ranking, because this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. So with a PageRank of 0, and it's not coming back with a match on the age, so it's a pretty new site. We could easily take this third ranking from this company with this very specific keyword. Okay, but what we're going to do is, let's see, we're going to take this one and we're going to jump back over here to Google AdWords, and we're going to just plug it in here and see exactly what Google thinks are relevant for. So as you can see here, Kansas City Lawn Service, lawn service company, lawn care in Kansas, lawn care in Kansas City. So it's very relevant. Landscaping, Kansas. Now I know that like yeah, there it is. Landscaping in Kansas City has a lot higher results. So if somebody is watching this video that lives in Kansas City and they have a Kansas City landscaping business, where's it at again? Um, they could, they could go after a company name and a URL that says something like Kansas City Landscaping Professionals, or maybe um, Kansas City Landscaping, um, you know, individuals, or you can really add anything to it, and actually you would be relevant because landscaping in Kansas City is actually in it, and you can see that it's got medium competition, not very much at all. So as you go through here, and I'm kind of interested to see this site, because Kansas City Lawn Care. So, what I find interesting right off the bat is, why do they have two of the exact same things? Wow. Look, see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's like the same thing over and over and over and over again. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look. The Alexa ranking, and I know I didn't cover this, but it's like 18 million. The lower the number, the better. So it's kind of like golf. You can't go into a negative, but 1 is the lowest, in which, kind of like PageRank, Google has that. So we're just going to go ahead and click on the information, just because I want to be nosy, to be honest with you. So Kansas City Lawn Care, which is very relevant if that's what they were targeting, in which I would say they are, because Kansas City Lawn Care says exactly what they do. And when you type in Kansas City Lawn Care, it's exactly what people are searching for. Lawn care, lawn service, landscaping, mowing, Kansas City, snow. Now, this is one thing you always want to watch. Your spelling, okay? Removal. Obviously, there should be a V right there. They missed it. So, Kansas City Lawn Care, perfect. If you can have your title as the keyword, and at the beginning of the description, and also in your keywords, you are setting yourself up very nicely. Okay? Kansas City Lawn Care offers a large selection of lawn service needs, from mowing and fertilizing to power washing and snow removal. They got their V in there. Very good job, guys. VIP Lawn and Landscape Inc. is a family-owned Kansas City business that is proud to be licensed, insured, and bonded. Okay, not bad. But as you go through here, look at their keyword density. See, this is also going to affect your page rank. Dave S. Lawn Care, 4747 Cedar Avenue, Kansas. Cedar Avenue, Kansas City. So these keywords have room for improvement. Okay? You would want to be looking for lawn care Kansas City down in here. Okay? Because obviously the more words in your phrase, it's going to be easier to dominate. Okay? So if you look through here, people are not typing in Dave S. Lawn Care in the search engines. It's just not happening. So again, having the keywords, and even how about professional Kansas City Lawn Care could be a keyword. So down here it would be professional Kansas City Lawn Care, but you would obviously want to have it in there a few times, because that's going to be a keyword. So let's go ahead and look at the backlinks. Now you have an L and you have an LD. You always want to check the LD. Now let's hopefully, hey, it works. Sometimes it doesn't, and like in the last video I said, sometimes it'll come up an error through Yahoo, and just try to refresh it, or come back to it in a couple minutes. So the more links that you have here, the longer this is going to take to load, because what it's doing is it's pulling all the information from all of these sites. So like in the last video, we talked about the page rank, okay? So you have a page rank of 0, or I'm sorry, starting with NA all the way up to 10. And come on. You can see where it's, page rank 0, page rank 1, 0, 0, 0. And, it's linking to these different, websites. So we have decorative toilet paper. Decorative toilet paper, novelty toilet paper. So another thing when you do your linking, when you're going to comment or get a link to a site, look to have the site relevant to what you are, what your niche is. So this is, we're looking at lawn care. Having a link to toilet paper, probably, I mean, a link's a link. So a link is a boat. So, but having a link to a more relevant site is going to benefit you more. And then also, I forgot to mention in the last video, PageRank, not all links are created equal. So if you have one PageRank link to a PageRank of 7 and the rest are all zeros, that 7 is going to carry a lot of weight compared to maybe a site that has 1,000 links and only a couple ones and twos. Okay, that page rank of 7 is going to dominate, and I do stress dominate, the other site that may have 1,000 links with very low page ranks. Okay, so you want to find sites that you can link to that have a high page rank. So let's go ahead and go back and let's take a look. So it kind of goes through and gives you a little bit of information. So again, we can easily, if somebody is out there that, wants, that's in Kansas City. Now, obviously, this is already taken, kansascitylawncare.com. Kansas City Lawn Care. Now, you could, if you wanted to be Kansas City Lawn Care Professionals.com or Professional Kansas City Lawn Care Solutions. There's so many different ways that you could go about doing that, okay? So what I'm going to do is I am going to stop the video, and based on this keyword research. My next video, I am going to educate you on really how to get a domain name and do some searching and make sure that your domain name is relevant to your niche and actually not have to fight the millions and millions of people out there. So, and my example is, if you were in Kansas City and had a Kansas City lawn care business, and you were trying to compete for lawn care, come on. If you were trying to compete and target and get in the top spots for lawn care, look at how many people or how many results come back. Almost 9.4 million. Okay? Now, there's going to be a lot more searches, yes. And remember, when we were over here, we typed in lawn care. Let's get rid of this and go to search. Lawn care. Okay, there's 368 monthly searches. Okay, I get that. And that's a lot of searches. And you want part of that pie, right? I understand that. I've been there. I've been in your shoes. You're like, wow, I want to get all those 368 people coming to my website. Well, as you go through and look, some of these websites, that are ranking for lawn care. Right here, lawncare.net, 2001. Okay, page rank of 5. This site here, which is number 2, page rank of 6, 1996. So look at how long that these websites have been around. And the age of a domain or a website is also going to have relevance on where it ranks, okay? Because you're going up against, if you're here in Kansas City and you were wanting to rank for lawn care, look at who you're trying to compete with. Scott's Lawn Care, okay? Like they say, Rome was not built in a day. Getting 1,000 links back to your site is not going to happen overnight. Getting up to a page rank of 5 is not going to happen overnight. Okay, I want to be the first to tell you, this is a process. It does take work, but it can be done. I mean, look at this. Like I said, this site's been around since 2001, 10 years. They got a page rank of 5, and they have lawn care in their domain. That's it. But they've been around for a long time, so that's why they're coming up number 1. So when you go, and let's say you were wanting to do Atlanta. Say you lived in Atlanta. Maybe if I spelled Atlanta correctly, I might get a relevant Atlanta. There we go. Atlanta Lawn Care. So 639. So you can see that, you can type in a city or a town, or if you were state, but just remember, if you were going to do state, let's do Missouri. Come on. Missouri Lawn Care. Not too bad, it doesn't look like. But, the thing you would want to take in consideration, if you were based in Kansas City, are you going to go all the way down to Springfield, Missouri, or Joplin, Missouri, or Jefferson City, Missouri to do lawn care? Probably not. So you would not want your domain name or your company name to be Missouri Lawn Care. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this video and go and pick up the next video about getting a domain name.